I always love rounding the month off by looking back at the empties that I have got this month, also looking back at the pans that I've hit, just combining all of my project pans together and seeing what I achieved this month. I just find it so satisfying, and every single month it's like a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit more motivation to continue project panning and to continue getting love on my collection. Now, two little disclaimers before we start this video. I'm unfortunately very, very ill right now, so if you can hear it in my voice, I do apologise. There's not really much I can do about that, so I'm really sorry. I hope it's not too distracting. And also, my heating system has broken, so there is some like beeping happening every now and then. It's like a doo-doo-doo. So if you can hear that as well. I'm not an engineer, I don't really know what to do about it. I've let someone know. I'm hoping it's not too distracting, but it is grinding my gears a little bit, so I've got to deal with this all day, so count yourself lucky that you only have to deal with it for a few minutes. I will try and do what I can about it, but I do apologise. So I'm going to start talking about the empties, and then I'm going to talk about the pans later on. There are going to be a few spoilers in this video for little project pans coming up in the future. A massive, massive spoiler I will save for myself, because Pan That Palette is coming tomorrow. So I mean, like and subscribe because you don't want to miss that. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. So I do have a little basket of empties with me right now, so I'm just going to jump straight into it. So a product that was in my rolling project pan was my Beauty Bay Colloidal Oatmeal and Oat Lipid Moisturiser. I have raved about this for so long. This is the best moisturiser for dry skin. If you have dry, flaky skin and normally you put a moisturiser on and it is just not doing it. It's not doing it. This will do it for you. This is like a thick moisturiser and I absolutely love it. I'm gutted that I have finished this. It's one of those, it was in a project pan, so I'm like really happy that I finished it, but also at the same time I'm gutted because I no longer have this to use. I will be repurchasing this ASAP, like the next Beauty Bay order that I do, I will be ordering another one of this. This is one of those skincare products, you know when you find the one and you just keep repurchasing it. This is it now. I found this. This is the moisturiser for me. I don't have to try anything else. This is my best friend. I feel like in the past like 6 months, I found a skincare routine that is like my skincare routine. I don't want to go, I don't want to try new things, I don't want to incorporate different things. I feel like finally I have found my skincare routine, and there are a few more products in this video that are just my skincare routine. This is definitely one of them. I love this so much. I will link this down below if you do have dry skin and you're looking for a good moisturiser. I would swear down by this one. I'm so upset that it's finished, but I'm also really happy because that's like one more empties for me, you know? Yes. Next is something a little bit more boring. This is just some makeup wipes. Now, I don't use these to take my makeup off. I just use these in the studio when I do like swatches or comparisons or things like that. I have very, very heavy makeup, so using just makeup wipes is a little bit difficult because it doesn't get everything off my face. If I'm gonna use these, I always have to wash my face afterwards, because please don't just use makeup wipes because they don't get everything off your face. I know you've heard this so many times before, but it's really important. Like, I have found that really looking after my skin and washing my face, I used to struggle with acne so badly, and now my face is so good. Do not just use makeup wipes, please. If you're gonna use makeup wipes, please wash your face afterwards, because the amount that is still on your face after you use these is absolutely mad. Like, shooketh. So I just use these for swatches. I mean, you can tell I've run out because I did swatch an eyeshadow and I've just had to just leave it there. But these are just really, really cheap ones from Aldi. They're like 50p. They're nothing fancy, and I have gone through them. So now going back to, you know, when I said like skincare, my skincare, mine, these two are my holy grail. Like, these three are like the trilogy, the absolute most beautiful trilogy to ever walk the planet. So this is my Garnier Pure Active Daily Deep Pore Wash, and this has salicylic acid in it. I love salicylic acid. My skin loves salicylic acid. It's the ingredient that my skin just likes, and I know the pain of trying to find your ingredient, like your skincare ingredient that your skin loves. I know the pain of that because I have been trying to find my ingredient for years. Salicylic acid is my ingredient. I tried like niacinamide and all that kind of stuff. It just doesn't do anything for me. Salicylic acid does. If you have dry yet acne prone skin, try salicylic acid because it is the best thing to ever happen to me. I do use this every single day. It is slightly exfoliating. It has like a slight bit of like grit to it, but it's nothing too much where like you can't use it daily. It's still very, very good for my skin. It exfoliates and unclogs pores. I did actually go and see a dermatologist, and they said that the reason why I have so much acne, or I had so much acne, is not because my skin was oily. It was because my dry flakes were clogging my pores, and that was causing my acne. So things like this that like exfoliate and unclogs pores is absolutely perfect for me because this is exactly what I need. And in conjunction with that is my Boots Salicylic Serum. Both of these are empties this month, so I'm about to potter on over to Boots to repurchase both of these. I will be repurchasing this as well, like super, super soon. So I don't know what I'm going to do for skincare because like I need to rebuy ASAP. But these two in conjunction with each other, absolute dream team. I absolutely adore these two. Like, I will never go back. And this is so cheap. This is one of those products that prove you don't need to be in a different tax bracket to have good skincare. This I think is like £5. I think it's £4 something with an Advantage card. And then if you don't have an Advantage card, it's like £6. Like it's so, so, so cheap. I love this thing so much. And this is an empty as well. So they're the only 4 empties, but I do have some pans to share with you, which I'm so excited. So the first pan I'm going to talk about comes from this. This is my Revolution, what is it? Oh my god, my brain today. Can you tell I've not had any sleep? Can you tell I'm tired? This is the Circle of Life palette from Revolution x The Lion King. Yes, correct. The shade Throne was in my pan Those Eyeshadows, and as you can see, I have hit pan on this. This was a really, really nice shade to work on. I love blues so much, and it has gone really, really well with my That's Taupe palette. This is my Pan That palette. We will talk about it in a little bit, but the shade Throne, it was nice. It wasn't very shimmery. I found that this palette, the shimmers are more like satins. They're not necessarily like shimmery. This didn't really add much to the eye look. It was just pretty much a glorified matte, to be honest, at the end of the day. It really didn't do a whole lot. But I did hit pan on it. This was one of the pans that I hit this month. It looks pretty good. I'm glad that I finally got a pan in this palette. It's the first pan in this palette. However, I was quite glad to get it out because the quality just isn't quite there. I think because I have so many beautiful indie, iridescent, super intense shimmery shades in my collection, forcing myself to use something like this is a little bit wearing. I have said before, I'm not hate panning this year, and this definitely wasn't a hate panning moment, but it was definitely one that I was a bit like, I just want to get this done now because I know I could have a very, very similar shade with 10 times the sparkle and shimmer that I would love so much more. But hey, I hit pan on it and that's what matters. That's what counts. Oh my god, you know when you like want to sneeze so badly, but you just can't. Oh, dearie me. Next is a little bit of a spoiler, but this one confuses me a little bit because I actually think I had pan on this during my Pan That Face palette update, and I just don't think I realised. This is my Milani Luminoso blush. I think I've hit pan on this. I really think I have. Up here, I think I've hit pan on it. Let me give you a close-up. So up here, can you see? The pan is exactly where, like, I'm pressing down on it. That's the pan. On the outside, I feel like I've just done something. I feel like I gouged it out a little bit, but I think on this side, I actually have hit pan on this, but because it's like a baked product, you can't necessarily see it, but I think that is pan. What do you think? I did just like gouge my nail into that a little bit, but it still has pan on it. So I came on with this in my Pan That Face palette update and I was like, yeah, still no pan. I think I have hit pan. I think you just can't see it very well because it is such a difficult pan to see. However, I'm going to keep going with this. I'm going to keep trying to use it as much as possible between now and my Pan That Face palette update. And hopefully during my Pan That Face palette update, the next one, you'll be able to see even more the pan because I think that's pan. I really do. I've been focusing up this end a hell of a lot with this and I think I've done it. What do you think? Am I just gaslighting myself? I actually think I've done it. It's such a difficult pan to see because it's the same colour of the blush, but I'm like 90% sure I've actually hit pan on this, which is amazing because now that means that all 3 of the products in my Pan That Face palette have got pan on them, which 3 months into the year is like absolutely amazing. If you're a little bit confused, my Pan That Face palette this year is actually made up of 3 singles instead of a, you know, traditional face palette, just because I wanted to give some love to my singles collection as well. So I think I've done it. Not to brag, I think I have done it and I'm so excited about that. Let me know, what do you think? What do you think? You're only allowed to say that I have hit pan. That's the only correct answer. And finally, I'm not actually going to open this palette because this update is coming live tomorrow. So you're going to have to wait and see for Pan That palette update. But this is the That's Taupe palette from Colourpop. This is my Pan That palette. And also 3 of these shades are from the Blue Moon palette. So I have a deep blue, a medium blue, and then a light shimmer blue in here as well. Just because taupes and blues are like my absolute favourite colour combo ever. And I have got a new pan in this. I do. I'm so excited. And you know what? I think I'm going to have an empty in here so soon as well. I cannot believe the progress that I've made in the last 3 months with this. This is actually insane to me. So you do not want to go anywhere. Like seriously, you do not want to go anywhere. This is going to be deep dived into tomorrow and you can see a brand new pan. Right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pans in here. 5 out of 8 is incredible, and as I said, an empty coming very soon. I honestly think in the next like 1 or 2 months I can have my first empty in this palette, and I've said before I don't want this palette to be stagnant. I never want to come on camera and say, oh, I haven't hit any new pans and I haven't really done much progress on this, because that was very reminiscent to what happened with Modern Renaissance. Modern Renaissance was my Pan That palette last year, and I just made no progress throughout the year with it because I was just so burnt out. But I've been doing this look with this palette and I've been loving it. This is like my everyday makeup look with this palette. And spoiler alert, one of these shades have got pan on. If you watch my last Pan That palette update, you will probably have a little bit of an idea what shade has pan on, but I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything. That's all you're going to get from me. So this is it. This is my little project pan roundup this month. Some empties, some pans. What do you think? Give me all your thoughts down below. What is something that you hit pan on this month? Or what is something that you emptied this month? I would love to know and I would love to celebrate with you down in the comments. But this is it. This is where I'm going to love you and leave you today, guys. I hope you have such an incredible day and I will see you tomorrow for a brand new video, which again is Pan That palette. So definitely turn on your notifications. You don't want to miss it. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, have a great day. Bye bye.